Good morning to Willow, Denise, and Darlene. Good morning to Willow, Denise, and Darlene.
Good morning, Willow. You are up early. All right, are you up? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Let me turn on. Let me mute.
Willow,
Okay.
are you up late or early?
I got 3 times of Willow. Well, are you up early or late? Willow, are you still here? Yes,
Oh,
she's still
man.
here.
I had last night, Jimmy brought Brantley over to pick up his bike out of our shed. Oh, spine is settling in, but slept less than 2 hours. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Willow.
Oh, Willow, that is awful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that. Let me check my volume. I don't know if that's what I have. Is that where it comes up in your esophagus?
I
Is
think
that
so.
what that is? There's times that I wake up choking, like strangling, because
Mm-hmm.
and coughing, waking up, and it'll just be like, and this is gross, might sound gross to some, but like I'm on spit. I asked the doctor. I said, I know some people have dry mouth, but what? How in the world do you produce so much that it strangles you? I
Yeah.
said, I don't understand that. And I took my medicine last night after Willow. Oh, I was doing my Kroger app buying groceries and I fell asleep. But I come in here to do the credit card part. And when I went back to bed, I took my medicine then because I was just sleepy yesterday. And I took my medicine and I kind of set up because it wasn't wanting to stay down. I could feel the muscle doing this, and I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
good. And the hot water started coming out, and oh no, 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 I got to have my medicine. So I found out if you let that just keep running that way and not keep trying to swallow,
Mm-hmm.
um, you'll be all right. But to have some of that to come back up, that there's some nasty tasting medicines. Ugh.
Yes, there is. And I feel like I take it all. Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kevin.
He is in the shop. He is trying to get that grill ready. So I bet he gets it done. And Chris is on Facebook.
Good morning to Chris. Good morning to you. Good morning to Chris. Good morning to you.
Yay! Um, Let me see if I can turn my monitor just a little bit. Guess what I did? Look at my map.
Yay!
But you guys, I couldn't figure out where Newfoundland was, and we were looking so close. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, are they? I was like, well, some things are easy to find, like of course Russia and
Yeah.
China, United States. Well, United States was not easy to find each individual state. So I got as close as I could. Australia, I put one right in the middle.
Yeah. Good morning, Monique and Raven too. Good morning, Monique and Raven too. Thank
Now,
you, Raven.
Monique. Oh, Raven. Um, Monique, where are you located? I know I've asked this before. we were trying to figure out Holland, Sweden. We were getting all discombobulated. So Monique, there's you
She's in
and
the
Tony.
Netherlands, right? You're in the Netherlands, Monique?
She's in Holland. But where's it at on the map?
You gotta look for Netherlands, the Netherlands. In Europe.
I see Finland, Sweden, Norway. I see the Ireland, the UK. I mean, well, United Kingdom, London. Girl, Finland. Look, girl.
You'll have.
Well, look. I just have like 2 pins close to close, very close. So I don't put a pin for each person. I'm just putting it for where everybody's at.
Good morning to Amber. Good morning to you. Good morning to Amber. Good morning to you.
Oh, you guys. All right,
we'll be praying, Amber.
yes, we will. She's having surgery on her foot where she stepped on glass. Well, when it comes to trying to find states on the United States part, because it's a small map. I mean, it can only show so much. So it was hard to try to find people that are in the small states up north.
Yeah.
So I was like, sometimes I couldn't even put a pin in each one.
Amber, I know that it must be terrifying that nobody can go in with you. I totally understand that. I would be very frightened myself. So definitely extra prayers for you this morning.
I didn't even think of that, Amber. She stepped on glass, Monique, and she did that a while back. But Amber,
and it healed up with the glass still in her foot. That just seems terrible.
Amber, I always go like me and when MawMaw goes. There's 2 or 3 of us, at least 2 of us that go with her, or they're with her. So, and I have always been there for my kids, and it's going to be awful for your mom not to be going in there with you until they take you back. But just think, we're there with you, and I'm looking down at your name. So anybody that sees me on this video, if you don't see the chat, I'm looking down because I'm talking to Amber. Let me talk to her on. I'll look at you, baby, on StreamYard. But yeah, we're with you. You know that.
Absolutely.
Netherlands hugs Germany.
Just above Belgium and just across the water from England.
Okay, well, I got 2 stick pins up there. So that's good. That's good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 on the United States, which I'm sure there's more people.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more.
I just stuck 1 in Canada. Just stuck 1 in Australia, 1 in the Philippines, 1 in Singapore. I was crazy. I thought Singapore was part of Japan. I feel like a dummy. I did 1 in.
Good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you. Good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you. I think he does that to get some to twice.
Yes. So
that's okay, Chris. I love you.
I did 1 in Egypt for Layla, Jafar, that we hadn't seen lately. But every now and then I go to Facebook and check on her. one in Iraq, because we had the person that showed up from Iraq. Raven, let me think. Are you talking about what they call the sleeve? All right. I'm having some bad issues with my lap band, but lap band is not really invasive. It's a very easy procedure for them to do, and they tell people right away, oh, and it'd be easy to take out. People that I work with, I'm the only one that I know that still has their lap band in. I don't know if it slipped or what. I don't even know the state of it right now. But people that had the sleeve have done real well. So, but do not do gastric bypass or
No, do not.
Roux-en-Y something.
Yep, that's what I did, the Roux-en-Y procedure, and it is very invasive. At the time when I had it done, they don't do it quite like that now, but at the time when I had it done, I had an incision from the bottom of my breastbone to below my belly button, one huge long incision, and it is very invasive. I spent 4 days in the hospital, and back when I had it done, they did not realize what some of the long-term medical issues were going to be for people that had that done, and they were just doing it and recommending it to all these people, and I did it. And now, there's things that I have health issues that can be related to
vitamin deficiency.
Why way back when.
Yep.
And because it changes your digestive system for life.
Yeah. And have you noticed how many of us that have had, whether it's that or lap band or whatever, a lot of us are now disabled because of, say, where you have the things going down your legs. It's just, why can't I think of it? Where the legs tingle and they hurt.
Yeah, like restless leg, and you know what though, a lot of autoimmune, I feel like a lot of people I know that had gastric bypass and had stuff like that done have a lot of autoimmune stuff later, and I don't know if that was directly related, but it just seems
neuropathy.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's mother got neuropathy so bad she almost couldn't walk, and it was a vitamin deficiency. But they didn't tell them way back then. They didn't tell them. But Raven, if your insurance will pay for it, I would say the sleeve, because that's not moving, that's not messing with your intestinal.
Right. But and I would never recommend for someone to have the gastric bypass that I had. And I would never, and look at, seriously, at one point in time, I was like down to like 160 from like 275 when I had surgery. But right now I am back up with the Rona 15, which I don't think I've quite had 15, thank goodness, but I'm up to 200 again. So it's not something like I had in my foolish head that I was going to have this gastric bypass and I was going to be a size 0 and healthy and wonderful and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not. I'm not.
Well, I got to like when I first had mine, I dropped, and then I had 2 months later hysterectomy, and it just, my mom said, you can get fat. You can get fat, and so no, it kicked into gear something. And I lost my weight, I think, way too fast, because I dropped down from 255 to about 159. That was within a few months.
Right.
And you better bet I felt lighter. Of course I felt lighter, and I was dropping clothes size, and I was able to fit in one leg of a pair of jeans that I used to have.
Right.
But the stomach issues, you guys,
But were you healthy? No,
Um,
not really.
Good morning, Elias.
Good morning, Elias. Good morning to you. Good morning, Elias. Good morning to you.
Elias, I loved getting to chat with you on your show yesterday evening. I just want to let you know. And you've always got us to hang out with. We're not just a women's show.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you told your wife I really enjoyed hearing her input on Christ, living for Christ, having Jesus in your heart and stuff. She sounds like a wonderful woman. She really does. Raven, how tall are you? My daughter is 6'1" and she weighed 355 pounds. And
I can understand, Raven.
and they took too much. That doctor took way too much of her stomach. They put a staple. The doctors years later couldn't even figure out why that staple was there that they had to take out. She's 5'9". Yeah. So see, I was 255, Raven, at 5'7". But they took out way too much. She lost down to about 120, and they told her she'll never be healthy. That's what the one of the doctors told her, that she will never be able to be at a healthy weight because they tried stretching it, the pouch, they tried everything. But her esophagus was about to collapse. Isn't that something? So you
Mhm.
just make sure that your doctor is a very good doctor.
Yeah, make sure you have a very good doctor, that you research the doctor, and make sure that your head is in the right place going into it. Because, like I said, I really wish back when I had my Roux-en-Y, they did not make you um, go see a psychologist or anything before you had it done, which a lot of places do now. And I really had a warped sense of what was going to happen. I thought I was going to have the surgery. I mean, I know realistically, I knew that there was going to be a weight loss time, but in my mind, my brain kept telling me, I'm going to have this surgery. I'm going to wake up a size 0. I'm going to be healthy and happy, and life is going to be wonderful. And that's just not how it works.
Yeah,
And
but
back on, since my smallest, I've put back on quite a bit of weight, really. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you.
good morning, good morning. You know, what you do when they send you to the psychiatrist, Traci, they have you fill out a form. They
Yeah.
have you fill out a form that you're of your right mind. They're not explaining.
Mm-hmm.
They're not explaining those kind of things. Not really.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just it. I look at pictures.
Good
There's my sister.
morning,
Morning.
Irene. Good morning to you. Good morning, Irene. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to
Can
you.
you hear me?
Good morning to
Yeah.
Sonia. Good
Oh, okay.
morning to you.
I'm
Good
still learning
morning. Good
how.
morning.
I'm still
Um,
learning how to work this stuff.
You're
um,
doing great.
but yeah, when I look now sometimes back at pictures and I see pictures of my daughter before she had the surgery, and sometimes I'll just cry and I think I just wish, that
Mm.
she had never went down that line. I wanted to highlight what Elias said about his wife. She
Aw.
she is she has fire within her, and I told him I'd really loved if he'd let her on camera or to talk. Um, we were talking about weight loss surgery, Irene, but even at my lowest, I know you guys knew that I was too small after I had mine. And Denise says, "Hey Irene, love and big hugs." And for you guys that don't know, this is my older sister. I try to figure out, Irene.
You didn't say that yesterday.
Huh?
You didn't say that yesterday.
Well, I was trying to figure out. You told me don't say I'm your big sister because that's got something to do with your weight. You told me don't say I'm your older sister because that makes you old.
Just say this is my
Just
sister.
say sister.
This is my first sister. I'm the baby.
Yes,
And then my
you are.
sister in Florida is the middle sister.
Yes.
So
I'm the middle sister in my family and the middle child. We have boys on the bookends, and then we have a boy is the youngest, a boy is the
I can't hear
baby.
Tracy.
You can't hear me?
you turn up your volume, Irene,
It is. I can hear you fine.
because I'm big mouth. Go ahead, Tracy. See
That's funny.
you was
But
leaning
yes,
back.
I'm the middle because there's boys on the end, then girls,
can't
and then
hear.
me in the middle.
I wonder why. Pop out and pop back in, Irene, the same way you come in.
Same way. You mean just leave and do it again?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Elias, I can see that. You're right.
Yeah,
If
that
they're
is
ugly, they don't deserve to see your wife. I understand. But yesterday you touched my heart, Elias, when you were talking about when you was talking about when you were talking about being disabled. Don't worry what other people say about your disability, and you being home, because I went through a deep depression.
I did too.
Myra, how did Kevin's birthday go? He had to work on a water leak until about 6:30. He come in so tired. He and I both fell asleep early. He was so tired, but he's taking his birthday day to day. He's out in the shop working on that monster grill. Yeah, see, Elias, you're right in here with us. Like Monique said, she went into a deep, deep, deep depression.
Mm-hmm.
And same here, Monique. When you go from working 40-hour a week or more on a job that you take pride in everything you do,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, with me, I knew eventually, because when I was diagnosed at 40 with rheumatoid, I knew, and I tried to put things in place. But mine progressed so fast. And the things I put in place, as far as disability insurance from work, they did not accept it as that.
Mm-hmm.
Turn your camera on, Renee.
Can you hear me now, Irene?
I can.
Okay.
Now we can't see you.
Can you see me?
You got to turn your camera on.
My biggest depression issue with going out on disability was that I had our entire marriage, I had been the main breadwinner for our family. So I really felt like I was letting my family down. And that was hard on me. That was really hard emotionally to not be able to go to work and support my family. Good morning to Bruce. Good morning to Tony. I always say that wrong. It's like the land shark and the good morning to Tony. Good morning to you. Good morning to Tony. Good morning to you.
God putting it on my son's heart to say, "Hey, Mom, let's read
Now
the
I
Bible."
can't hear Darlene.
Oh, geez.
All right, let me get closer. Can you hear me now?
I'll try it again.
All right.
I will, Tony. One day I'll figure it out. I got the other boys figured out eventually.
It was hard for me, very much. And when before Casey asked about us reading the Bible, I mean, I was having to fill out all kind of paperwork. And if you get a lawyer for disability, I'm going to let you know. Some do all the work. I had to do all the paperwork, and I've got pictures of me sitting on my bed and everything just out on my bed and me looking at that. Or my kitchen table was full of my paperwork. And I go out, I come back in, the refrigerator door's open. And I just sit down and cried. I sat down in my chair and cried because I felt like I was losing my mind.
Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. Good morning, Chrissy. I'm sorry I missed you. Good morning, Chrissy. I'm sorry I missed you.
And
good morning, Darlene and Tracy and everybody in the chat. And one thing first, good morning, Tracy. Good morning to you. Good morning, Tracy. We all love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But you guys see me as being wide open, and I am, but all of that really made me think I was losing my mind. I kept having MawMaw say, "Don't worry about it." I had Kevin say, "Don't worry about it. We're making it, without your money. Don't worry." But you guys, I couldn't help it. And then Casey started cleaning up this room. Mama, I'm going to get in that middle room, and that's going to be your art room. Nobody's moving back home. He said that room is going to be yours. He said you need it. So he knew what I needed. He said, "That's your happy place." I said, "What?" He said, "Mom, when you're creating, and when I was a kid, I used to see the look on your face." I said, "What was the look?" He said, "You'd look so happy when you'd be making things."
Yeah.
And he said, "I haven't seen that in a long time." So, it is hard whether I think it's harder on men because society
puts a lot of pressure.
Yes. Yes. Society will, not all, because I don't look down on men that can't work. I sure don't.
Right.
But
No.
Society will things. But Elias, if you're here, just know God loves you. There's good places out here that you can go and be accepted and understood, shown love.
Well, good morning, everybody in the chat. I see a lot of people in there. I see Denise. I love you too, babe. And Willow and Chrissy and Monique and Sonia and Chrissy and Myra and Bruce. Is that Bruce?
Eva's on
Tony.
Facebook.
Tony. Okay. Yeah. All right. And everybody else that I may have missed. I'm trying to go down.
Eva is on Facebook.
Hey, Eva.
Good morning to Eva. Good morning to you. Good morning to Eva. Good morning to you.
I got to where I did nothing but wear my PJs all day, unless I had to go somewhere. I got to where I wasn't going anywhere. My happy spot sometimes, or Casey, he'd say, "Mom, let's take a ride to Starbucks," and I'd ride with them, and I've got pictures of me in my PJs while we'd go through Starbucks. But I just get out from the world, and I didn't go anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere. I just felt yucky.
Yeah.
When you died and your life.
I understand.
Colossians 3:3, for you died and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. My identity and purpose is found in him.
Amen. Thank you,
Um,
Elias.
And today's cure for fear that I read, God's love is the opposite to fear. Close the door to fear and you open the door to love.
Amen.
I liked that one.
That's good.
Okay, here we're going to go. There you are.
Hey, Irene.
Now
How you
can
doing,
you
sis?
hear everybody?
Hey.
You turn their volume up. All right, can you hear us now?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
We can hear you.
I can't
Can
hear
you hear
y'all.
us? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Wait.
I ain't got a clue. I'm a dummy in this, so
You are not.
All right.
Susie, you just gonna have to come show me.
Well, we can hear you. Can you not hear us?
Can you hear? Can you hear?
Trying to figure out why I can't hear.
Cell phone.
Yeah. How about now?
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
It is different when you're on a cell phone.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
know. In fact,
I never tried to come on my cell phone, so I don't.
I'm going to have a replay of yesterday. I'll be here for a little while, then I got to run out the door. My husband
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
know
She
this
popped
yet.
back out.
Liz, my praise report for the day is woke up this morning to a post by the bishop that as long as they have social distancing in place, the churches in the diocese may restart having masses on the 29th.
Awesome. In time for Pentecost. Fantastic.
Exactly. I am so
Awesome.
excited.
Well,
I am so excited.
yay. I'm so happy for you.
Thank
We're
you.
not there
I
yet.
am so happy too.
We're not there yet.
Elias, so many, I'm going to tell, I told you, so many on this channel have been there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still taking, I don't know how many different medications. And I would sleep. I would just sleep. I'd just stay in bed. I mean, I hurt. I would stay in bed. It took me a while. I could not find my joy.
Yeah, I understand that.
Hey, Denise. And
welcome back, Denise.
So
Let's see how long it'll leave me in this time.
You and Irene are doing Pop Goes the Weasel.
Well, yeah, it ain't my fault.
Hey, Elias.
But there are so many of us, and that's why I said it. A lot of the people on here are dealing with their loved ones that are disabled, or they themselves are disabled. Sometimes we're disabled, but caregivers, like I give for MawMaw as much as I can. Then Casey has to step in.
Myra.
Right. Yes, Sonia, I did get some sleep. That's my praise report. I was going to say something when
Yay.
I got a full night's sleep and a little bit extra. So yeah,
awesome.
I'm good.
So
they didn't say if we were going to need to wear masks, but I'm assuming that that's probably going to happen, which is fine.
Yeah,
I can live with that. I just want to
if you need it, you have it.
Yep. I just want to go back to my priest, and his homilies are just, they always touch me so much more.
Yeah.
Hush.
That and it'd be nice to have communion again.
Absolutely.
And Monique, I'm glad I am blessed that I was so young when I accepted Jesus as my Savior, because there's so many times that I am sure I just don't know what would happen to me because of some of the things I got myself into. But I don't know if what I went through with the whole disability process and being out of work. All right, with my mindset, I don't know if I'd still be here. And, I'm not meaning to bring anybody down, but it was that hard. There
Yeah.
you go. Can you hear us?
Hey, there she
I
is.
can hear you.
Yay!
Yoo-hoo.
Sound check, Liz.
Huh?
Sound check. Get closer to the mic.
Can you hear me?
Can't hear nobody but you. I could
Check,
hear
check,
y'all yesterday
check.
or day before. I
Check,
don't
check.
understand it.
Huh.
I think I'm bad luck.
So what do I do?
All right, Liz, you've used
The
your
only
phone.
thing that can she hear me?
You tell me and I'll tell her.
Okay. The only thing that I could do is keep coming out completely out, like kicking out of StreamYard on my phone and deleting that tab, making a new tab, and copy the link in again.
Okay. LizzAnn said, because sometimes she pops in and out, because on the cell phone, she said, close out of the tab completely. Close out of StreamYard, the tab completely. Do
I
you
did
still?
all that, and then
do
I
you-
just went on that thing you sent me
Yeah.
on Messenger.
All right. But do you still have Facebook up?
No.
You don't have nothing but this?
Yeah.
All right. Come out again, take it completely out, and then
And
try
make sure
again.
Facebook is gone.
Because LizzAnn has this same issue. Denise has the issue sometimes because Denise is on the cell phone. So it's being on the cell phone, but try again 3 times.
Please.
Do you want me to go on Facebook and do it?
No. Get rid of Facebook.
Yeah. Come out of Facebook. Don't go in nothing.
I'm not on Facebook though.
All right. Come out.
Okay.
And then come completely out.
Just
Shut
make
down
sure
that
it's not
tab.
hiding in the background. That Facebook is not running in the background.
And then go back to that Messenger link you gave me and do it again.
Yes.
Okay.
And make sure Facebook is not like running in the background. You know how sometimes you just have Facebook up and you don't
It's
think
open,
about
but
it?
you get.
Okay. Bye.
All right, let me
baby.
see, guys. Myra, I just see Myra's wanting. She wants to go, but she's just it's just that worry or. Oh man,
Myra, I would have been a few weeks ago, I would have been definitely concerned if I went and there weren't people wearing masks and stuff, but I want so desperately to go to mass in person that I will just sit in a pew by myself if I have to, in a totally not my normal spot if I have to, just to be at church in person.
Yeah. I understand that.
Oh, shoot. I'm having a little bit of issue here. Just hang on.
Sorry.
I know Irene is too. It's got to be the cell phone or it's got to be StreamYard.
Well, no, it's not. It's not that. It's just.
Oh my God! I can hear somebody beside you, Susie.
Woohoo!
My word across the.
Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Hey,
I can hear
Irene.
you. Good morning.
Yay!
All right.
Hey,
Do
Irene.
it now.
Hey, Irene.
Good morning.
Can you hear Traci?
Yes.
Good morning, Irene. Good morning to you.
Now I
Good
just lost
morning,
it, but I heard it just a
Irene.
minute
Good
ago.
morning to you.
Hey, hey.
Yay.
Well, I hear somebody.
That's good.
Awesome.
That's all that's important, as long as you can hear us.
Yep.
Tell,
Good to see you.
tell Traci to say something.
Hello, 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 hello.
I can't hear her.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
I never say
But I
anything
can hear the
important
other
anyway. Tell
ladies.
her.
Traci doesn't talk very often. That's a joke.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think if Susie Q comes back in, Which she
Mhm.
will. She's coming back in. She's just trying to
She'll be
trying to see
here.
if she can make it better.
She'll be
Well,
here.
there she is.
Trying to see if that helps, Irene.
Myra, I agree.
Can you hear Traci now?
I'll
Irene?
try to pop out if she can't
No,
hear
I
me.
can see her mouth moving, but I can't hear
Hey,
her.
All right, I'm gonna
Kevin.
try to
Happy
pop out.
birthday, a day late.
Morning.
Happy
Happy
birthday, a day
birthday,
late.
late.
Good morning, brother-in-law.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm gonna pop out,
Mm.
Darlene, and pop
Testing.
back in, see if that helps.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking good, Kevin.
We are family. I got my sister with me.
Awesome.
Yay.
Now,
That's exciting.
where are you from, Denise?
Georgia.
Oh, all right. You a neighbor then.
Yes, I am.
I'm from Texas.
How's the weather down there?
In Texas?
Yes.
I think it's a little cloudy because the way the blinds look. I haven't been outside.
What part of Texas you live in?
I'm in Beaumont,
That's
which
close.
is east of Houston, just before you get to Louisiana.
Oh, okay, because my son's gonna be moving to Shreveport.
Oh well, that's way up the other corner. I'm down about 15 miles off the Gulf. Maybe a little more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
20 or so.
Alvin's
I don't know.
cousin lives in
Can't remember.
Beaumont.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Let's see what my weather is.
Yes,
All
darling.
right.
77 degrees and sunshiny.
We were talking about, I see in the chat, talking about to wear a mask or not to wear a mask.
That is the
last
question.
time I wore one in Walmart, I about hyperventilated. I could not breathe until
Yeah,
I
it's
got
rough.
outside. Then I was able to pull it down from my face and I was able to breathe.
Well, I wear one.
Yeah, Irene said hers helped her allergies when she go out because you got beautiful flowers.
Yeah.
Traci.
Hello.
Yes, she does. Hello.
I hear you.
I hear you guys.
I hear you now, Traci.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo, 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 woo.
Now she can hear us all.
Awesome.
It's the little things in life that matter.
That's right.
LizzAnn, I have to tuck if I do the woo, woo, woo. I have to stop that fat from woo, woo, woo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Trying
goodness.
to stop it from keep waving, huh? In the world.
Oh my.
Bailey's back there done woke MawMaw up.
Aww.
Huh?
Hey,
She wants
are
MawMaw to
y'all
get up.
still,
What?
Traci, LizzAnn, are y'all still looking for me a dog? I still want one.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
right.
didn't know that. What kind are you looking for, hon?
Either a miniature poodle, brown,
Mm-hmm.
or a teddy bear dog.
Okay.
Oh.
That might be expensive. So my question would be male, female? Do you have a choice?
Which is easier to deal with? My Casey was a female. She was a miniature poodle.
Yeah. If you have them, once you have them spayed or neutered, either one of them's easy to deal with.
No, I
Yeah.
want one that's a little older. That's already all that's taken care of.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you get a
Ew.
dog that's older that hasn't been, spayed or neutered, and
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, poodles are cute. I've seen the teddy bear dog, but I've never known anybody that owned one. So, but
I haven't
they are
either, but I have seen some,
cute face.
Mm-hmm.
They are so cute.
They
I want
are.
one.
But is their hair going to be bad for your allergies?
No, they're hypoallergenic. I done checked.
Oh, well, good deal.
Awesome.
Oh, I know a poodle is for sure.
Poodle, a Yorkie, the
Mhm.
teddy bear dogs.
My cousin has a Yorkie. Actually, this is her third one over the years, So
Yeah, I wouldn't. Do they bark a lot though, don't they?
some do more than others.
Yeah, I don't want one at church bark.
The one that she has right now is not a barker. The two she had before definitely were barkers. In their own time.
Well,
I am going
to bark at the squirrel.
I am going to screen share. So just a second.
Okay, we're gonna stack up over here, huh?
Yep.
What's that mean?
We're gonna look like the Brady
one
Bunch.
on top of the other.
More than we do.
Yeah.
Let me see which one. There we go.
Oh yeah, there we go. Great pictures.
Oh,
Oh.
Sandra's face is trying
Aw.
to pixelate.
Woohoo!
That top one was in California.
Uh-huh.
Irene, that little face on me, Abriana does favor me, don't she?
Oh, she sure does.
Oh, she sure
Look at
does.
Oh my
that. Look
goodness.
at that. My goodness.
She's Nanny's girl.
Those are some great
you are
photographs.
not
Yeah.
kidding.
Awesome.
That
And
was
it's
on Arthur, 1972 Arthur.
Wait, can't be 72. We moved out here in 71.
The address.
I agree with you, Elias.
Oh.
I agree with you, Elias.
The address was 1972 Arthur.
And we were dressed like that, and the boys were dressed alike, but I don't know where that picture is. Because Mom would dress us girls alike and dress the boys alike.
Why did they used to do that? My mom did the same thing. I hated that.
Yes.
I want to be grumpy about that because I did not want to be that much like my sisters. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you.
I didn't have that problem because I didn't have any sisters.
Yeah.
Remember when Mom would her hair up and do the buns?
Oh my God, yes. It hurt so bad.
Yeah.
My mom would always, like Easter, especially Easter, Christmas. And I know that part of it was that she sewed our clothes, most of them back then. So it was probably easier to buy like a bolt of fabric and make dresses for all three of us girls, one dress for all three of us girls. But I did not like that. Good morning to Beth. Good morning to you. Good morning to Beth. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Beth.
Irene's
Maybe I can
tender-headed.
see that.
And Sandra, I think, is tender-headed. I'm
I'm
not.
trying to show you. Okay.
I used to pray. I'd be so glad. I said I'd be so glad when I get old enough that I can fix my own hair.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
Aw.
It's got a glare, but we can still see his face.
That's me, my brother, and my sister.
That's
That's a
cool.
good picture.
That's
Awesome.
me, my brother, and sister.
Awesome.
Are you the short one?
Look at this one.
Wow.
All right, hold on. Let me make it big.
You see that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh, is that you?
Wonder who that is.
I don't know. I think I just recognize
That's
that
me,
face.
Alvin,
I didn't know you had dark
Jay,
hair.
Josh, and Sarah.
Oh, that's a wonderful picture. Awesome.
Because your icon shows you blonde. I always thought you were just always blonde.
It's not what I meant to do.
You okay?
Round and round she goes.
Did you see what Sonia said? She said
Where she
Tracy
stays,
being
nobody
the only girl
knows.
kept her safe from that.
Oh.
You're very lucky. You guys
Yeah.
are lucky that we're the only girls, because I'm telling you, I love my sisters, and I really do, but I'm telling you, when we were growing up, I did not like them very much.
Well, I think that happens.
Yeah.
I think that happens. Were you the
Good
middle or the oldest?
morning,
or the youngest?
Sandy. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
We just
Sandy.
totally.
Mama. Okay. All right, I'm
Hey,
moving.
Sandy.
Mama's waving.
Hi, Mama.
Love you, Sandy.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, Mama. Love you, Mrs.
They're saying I love you, Mama. I love you too.
Oh boy.
It is on my side. A little bit.
Trying to get a hold of my husband.
Love me some Mama.
Uh-oh.
I found out real quick. LizzAnn
Good.
does not go by Lizzie. She let me know real quick. It was like, don't do that.
Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you. Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you.
But yeah, Irene, it was funny. She up and said, no, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't call me
my
Lizzie.
middle name is Elizabeth, and
Oh.
my mom's nickname for me when I was growing up was Liz Matiz.
Oh, I never heard that one. That's
My
cute.
middle name is Elizabeth.
Is it? Mine is too.
That's my first name.
No, that's my first name, Elizabeth Irene. I don't go by Elizabeth. I don't use it.
Well,
Mm.
I was never called Elizabeth when I was growing up unless I was in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Then I got the whole Elizabeth. Blah, blah,
Oh
blah.
yeah. You get the whole name. Yeah.
And I think that was true of everybody because it just
Mhm.
feels so good when you're angry to get all that out because it kind of helps.
Oh, it does. Do you know my nephew, when him and his current wife were having their child, which Tim has kids in 3 different decades. It's kind of funny. He's got a 22-year-old, like Kyla must be like 16 and Jameson's 6, I think. So he has kids in different decades. But
Yeah.
when they were having Jameson, they seriously went out on their patio and yelled the names that they were thinking about to see how they would sound if they were yelling at him. And that's how they made up their mind. So his name is Jameson David Thompson.
That is too funny.
Mhm.
I have never heard of anybody doing that before.
They were just trying to be practical. What is this going to sound like when we're mad and we're yelling it?
Yeah, it has to roll off the tongue pretty good anyway.
Hey,
Yeah.
Susie.
My youngest daughter's middle name is Lee.
Hey,
So it's Rebecca
Susie,
Lee.
I got a picture to show you.
Leigh.
What?
I got a picture to show you. You're not in it because I don't think you was born yet, but it's Aubrey, me, Sandra, and Uncle Homer.
If you wanted to show a picture, if you send it through Messenger, I can share it. I can show it.
I don't know how to do that. I'm just gonna turn the camera around.
Okay.
Oh, how to turn the thing around? Oh, wow. Bring it close to the camera, Irene.
Up a little bit. Up. The camera's at the top of the. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, my
Aw.
Uncle Homer.
Oh my goodness.
He died.
Oh.
And this is what I looked like when I was a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
That's Irene.
You are beautiful, Irene. You still are, but
You know who this is, Susie?
Your grandpa? Is that?
That's me and Nanny and Granddaddy.
Yeah, I don't remember him. But look at my nanny sitting there on the ground.
Yeah, you wasn't even thought of in that picture, girl. You wasn't even a seed, probably.
Well, neither was your other sister, apparently.
Oh, because
I found
wasn't-
it. I found
wasn't
this in
3
some of
years
Booty
old.
stuff, but don't tell Mom because she'll hold it. Like, there you go.
Oh, cool.
That's
yeah.
my mom's baby brother, and he's the one that in Vietnam.
Oh.
Aw.
I have or had one like that.
But yeah, I have a few pictures of him.
I got his green beret, when he was in the Marines.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning to you. Good morning to Dawn. Good morning to you.
Irene, I showed
What?
you something. I've got Dad. I did not get Dad's eye because he wanted me to have his eyeball. I did
Oh
get his
my
teeth.
God.
I did get his teeth. And
Oh my
Adriana
God.
puts these in her mouth.
Jesus.
I told him I had to be the creepy kid of the family.
Mm-hmm.
That
Hey,
You
is
pass it on to your
creepy.
granddaughter.
That's creepy.
yeah, there was times Irene wouldn't come in my house. She'd be like, "Ain't nothing out of the cages. What have you got in your house now?"
Oh
She
my
don't do
God.
snakes.
No, let me tell y'all what she did to me. I don't like animals except dogs. That's all I like. So I go to her house and I'm talking. I wasn't in church then. So I cussed. So I'm standing there talking and I turn around and Casey's got this snake.
Oh my
I go
word.
running out of the house, cussing and hollering. And I kid you not, I did not go back in her house again.
Mm.
I can't say as I blame you as far as the running out of the house goes, and I think the
Mhm.
fear might cause you to say things you never intended to say.
Oh, I meant to say
Exactly.
them. I meant to say them. I ain't gonna tell no lie. That scared me, made me mad, and they were laughing. It wasn't funny to me.
Well, your spectacle was funny. You know what I mean? Your reaction was funny, but the situation wasn't funny.
Well, it might have been funny to them, but it dang so wasn't funny to me.
Exactly.
I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Well, I'm
I
glad
could
you
have had a
didn't.
heart attack. I mean, this is not your little bitty snake. This is like a snake that could swallow your leg.
Oh my goodness. Was it a boa constrictor?
They were
Darlene?
baby snakes, Irene.
Huh?
They were baby snakes.
No. Oh, y'all, hey, trust me. When I tell you this snake could have swallowed my leg.
Now the
believe you.
lizard
I believe you.
was about 4.5 foot long.
A lizard?
She had a black widow spider too. I'm telling you, she's weird.
Well, we've kind of gotten a dose of that here and there, but
Yeah. We love her anyway.
Yep.
yes, yep.
But yes, I had to have a grandchild that was just like me.
Well, of course, you got
Weird.
to pass it down through the generations, obviously.
Mhm.
Must be.
She would. Abriana is weird like me about stuff. Stuff don't scare her. And Irene, she would strip off her clothes every time she'd get to the house.
Well, you used
Off,
to do that.
off would come those clothes.
Down would come your pants when you'd get mad. Down to your knees.
Oh my goodness.
And it didn't matter who was
Mm-mm-mm.
at the house. If she got mad when she was little, her pants come right down past her knees and she'd just stand there.
And how did I do it to where every uncle told the story of me doing that?
You
They'd
did
all
it.
say, yeah, Susie'd get down. And I'm like, Mom said I only did it one time and she beat my butt so bad I never did it again. Then
You did it again. But when you got the whooping, it was because we had company.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Good old
oh my
days.
gosh. Yes, I was that child. And what you talk about that makes sense, LizzAnn.
That you would get spanked because of the company. That's what I mean.
Mhm.
It's because you didn't company. That's all I meant. That's the only thing about it that makes sense.
Mhm.
See, see, you guys get to find out why I'm the way I am.
Well,
They
we
let
still
me
love you,
have
even though we
my
know more.
imagination.
We love you, even though we know more now. So,
we were like
yeah.
the Waltons. Every night when we'd go to bed, I'd say, good night, Sandra. Good night, Darlene. Good night, Aubrey. Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. We would all do that.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's awesome.
We were like the Waltons.
Yeah.
We were like the Waltons.
Yeah.
You remember when the Waltons at night, they'd say good night to each other?
Oh, yeah.
That's the way we do. Darlene don't remember because she was in a baby
at the
bed.
end of the show. At the end of the show, they do that.
Yeah.
Sonia, that's funny. Sonia said, "Do you see?" She took her clothes off in grade 1 and went swimming in the sand pit. Grabbed her school dress and went back to class after lunch. Her teacher was horrified with her standing there in her underwear.
Oh my goodness!
I would imagine. As a teacher, she probably didn't even quite know what to say.
It's like, how do I explain this to this child's
Sonia,
parent and any other parent?
That's why we get along. But you know, now they would have threw you out of school and probably arrested your parents for you to act out like. I mean, you know, so much has changed.
Oh yeah, so true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Willow, so who is the snake person?
I wouldn't have been able to stop Willow because I would have been afraid of touching the snake.
I wouldn't be able to handle a snake, period. I don't want to be anywhere around it. I'm like Irene. I'd be running the other way, hollering.
Yeah.
All three of us. Darlene would have to rescue all of us.
Yeah.
Without the snake in her hands.
Exactly.
I wasn't like them. I didn't go barefooted. I didn't play in the dirt. I didn't like to get dirty. I didn't like bugs.
Oh my goodness. I didn't like bugs, and I don't like a lot of animals and creepy crawly things, but I did play in the dirt, and
I didn't play in the dirt. I didn't like to get dirty. I didn't like to get my hands dirty.
No, and she did come home on an Easter one time. We was hiding Easter eggs on the dirt road. We had to come home because Irene didn't know how to spot on the. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it's not normal.
Oh, 4 or 5 at the time. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Oh, well, see, then I'm not, you guys, now you see how I'm not normal.
Mm-hmm.
I was 40-something years old before I could squat and pee, and that was because I had to do it.
Yeah. We all have our quirky sides. That's okay.
We do. That's what makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
Just think, if we was all alike, it would really be boring, or it'd be scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got his phone.
I never thought Sandra would up to be a girly girl, to wear makeup and be colorful, because
she wasn't. Sandra was not no girly girl.
Sandra wasn't a girly girl?
No.
Look at your phone when you get done.
I was the one that made my bed up every day, put my dolls on the bed, put my stuffed animals on the bed.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't that much into the stuffed animals and doll thing when I was growing up. I would rather be out playing football and baseball with the boys in the neighborhood. But there were only a couple girls in the neighborhood my age. Mostly in my age, it was boys. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had more boys in the neighborhood than girls. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I take that back. There was kind of an even mix, but I'd play with anybody who wanted to play. You know?
Mm-hmm.
We'd play
Um,
hopscotch. We'd build hopscotch, with the chalk, get a rock,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd play hopscotch.
Yep.
Kids don't do that much now anymore.
No, they don't.
No. Yeah, we play all kinds of stuff.
Hide and seek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Irene, what did your doll toes look like? And your doll fingers?
Look, I had the first. You remember the Skipper doll? It was Barbie's little sister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had the first Barbie Dream House, the first Skipper, the first Ken and Alan, and the first Barbie doll that you could change the hair on it, the wigs.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Susie decides to bite the dang toes off of it.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh,
Little sisters do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes little brothers do that too.
Irene, you remember this?
Yes.
Look at the toe.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I have a picture of me in the baby bed with this in the baby bed with me. That's my Johnny boy.
Yeah.
What's the year on
Dang.
this?
I still got my first they called it the kissy doll. You take her arms and push them together and she would kiss. I still got that doll.
Aw. I don't have any baby dolls because honestly, I gave them all to my sisters. Good morning, Diana. Good morning to you. Good morning, Diana. Good morning to you.
I was not a doll person.
I
Period.
wasn't either.
My mother tried her best to give me dolls and dolls and dolls and dolls and dolls, and I just was not a doll person.
I was more of a tomboy. I wanted to play outside and
Yeah, me
run
too.
around. And
I even did the cutout dolls. You remember the paper cutout
Oh yeah,
dolls?
yeah.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
those, but I wasn't
had
big on that
some of
either.
those. Lord have mercy. Whew.
good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Uh-oh. I got to do it.
You got to do it.
Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. My joy.
Mm-hmm.
Only I'm supposed to sing that song to you, Joy. Even though somebody tried to sing it to you one day, and I'm, my song. I'm
Yeah.
only supposed to sing that to her.
I used to play that on the
Oh,
front
finally.
porch.
We used to be, my mom, I think it was because she had 5 kids. But it was like, she fed us breakfast in the summer and booted us out that door and we were not allowed to go back in until lunchtime. And then it was eat lunch and then she booted us back out the door till dinner. We had to play outside. We didn't have a
go back
choice.
in. I wanted to be somewhere else. Most of the time, I wanted to be at my nanny's house. Didn't want to be home. But I did tell them the story, Irene, before, that when you and Aubrey come back here from California, I didn't want to stay out there. I wanted to stay with you. I forget what house that was, but
That was on Arthur when we come, me and Aubrey, and it was Sandra too. Me, Aubrey, and Sandra.
Yeah, but then I came back one time with you guys. You guys came. Sandra was in school, in Beulah school one time. She finally found her.
I was in Beulah school.
Did you guys go to Beulah school too?
What is that?
I did for about not
little
quite a
city
whole
town?
year.
What is it?
It's a school.
It's a little country town.
Beulah, Alabama.
Beulah, Alabama, and If you,
Mm.
it's just a little old country town, but their school is so built up now. People started moving from where we live and the other place to go to the country, go that way, and that
Mm.
school just blew up. It has just blown up.
Yeah, they built the elementary school across the street. When I went, it was kindergarten through 12th grade.
Mm.
Long time ago. We come back with Yank and Uncle Roy.
Wow.
So I remember that.
Irene, did you start school in California?
But Irene, how many times did you come out? Because I remember coming with you and Sandra and Ronnie. I come out with you and Uncle Roy and Yank when Nanny lived in the greenhouse
Yeah.
by the creek.
Yeah.
Because she'd bathe me in the creek. I got stuck on the slop jar. This reason Booty started calling me Slop Jar Judy, my uncle. We called him Uncle Booty. He called me Slop
That
Jar
was
Judy because I was crying and I done got panicked because I couldn't get up.
That's not fun.
I started the school in California
I thought so.
Mhm.
because we left Alabama when I was probably about 3 or 4, probably about 4, because it was before Darlene was born. Darlene was born in California.
Yeah, the three youngest. I told them the three youngest were born out here. The three oldest was born out here. Us three youngest was born out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the three oldest had blue eyes. I mean brown eyes. I'm getting this separate. The three oldest had brown eyes, and us three youngest had blue eyes. So it must have been something in the California water for all three of us
Good
to have blue eyes.
morning,
Ocean
Dwayne. Good
view.
morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dwayne. Must have been the
Dwayne, Irene,
ocean water.
that's my brother. I call him
Mhm.
my little redheaded brother. So Dwayne, let
He's
me
my partner
introduce
in
you to
crime.
my sister. And don't tell her you feel sorry for her having me as a sister.
Oh, now
But
come
that is
on. You can't tell people what to say. They're not your kids.
Let it come from the heart.
That's right. Say what's on your mind.
Keithan used to when we would go to family gatherings for anything,
Mm-hmm.
we would be so loud. He wasn't used to that we were all so loud.
Yeah, my husband wasn't used to that
And
either.
yeah, he would like, I don't want to go. I said, but you got to go. And I'd say, and he'd say, oh, everybody's so loud. It's just too noisy. And see there, Dwayne says, all I
I
is
think
bless you.
I loved it. We all used
My
to have
biggest thing was that Ryan grew up in a very European home that they did not ever hug
Mm-hmm.
or give a hug or kiss or tell somebody that they love them. And my
Yeah.
dad's side of the family especially is very huggy, touchy, feely, kissy.
me too,
Oh my
Traci.
gosh.
Me
He
too.
about had a heart attack the first time he met my dad's side of the family.
Yeah, my mom's side of the family was like your dad's side of the family, Traci, and then my dad's
Mhm.
side was not. They were the
Yep.
reserved, type of thing. You just didn't
Mhm.
hug anybody on that side of the family, but
Yep.
man, my mom's side of the family, it was just totally different. Yeah.
Mhm.
And my husband had the same thing. His mother's side was a little bit more demonstrative, not a lot, but a little bit more.
Mhm.
They talked more, that sort of thing. They were more gabby. My father-in-law's
Mhm.
side of the family was not real talkative. and not definitely not display of physical expression of
Affection.
love. And my mother-in-law's family, there wasn't a lot of physical expression of love, but there was a lot more talking and communicating that way. But
good morning to Ian. Good morning to you. Good morning to Ian. Good morning to you.
Morning, Ian.
Remember me, Irene, we have people from all over. So Sonia's is in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And Ian is in the UK. So far, and Monique is, what'd you say, Monique? Holland?
The Netherlands.
Yeah,
she's in Holland.
Yeah,
Wow.
Monique's in Holland. And you guys,
And
where the
Calico Dawn is in Canada.
In my map, I started it.
Cool deal. Yeah, yay.
I'm gonna do a Sandy.
Where you live at, Tracy?
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
My husband and I we moved down south and we lived in right outside of Savannah, Georgia for a couple of years, but then we started having grandkids up here, so we came back up here.
You like the weather there? I guess you do. You still there?
No, I don't like the weather here, but I loved it down in Georgia, but the grandkids were up here and I didn't want to be that far away from the grandkids when they were growing up. So
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yep. I've missed a lot of my grandbabies things.
Diana Brienne, you have a home on Tybee? For real? We actually lived in outside of Garden City, but we spent a lot of time on Tybee Island.
Oh, cool.
A lot of time. We loved it there.
Wow.
And Diana, I enjoyed yesterday so much. We just did our own private little StreamYard hangout. I enjoyed it so much. Irene, she runs every day. All right, Diana, tell us. You say it on your live, 62, but she's in college. She runs every day. She is amazing.
Wow.
So when you
Diana lives by the lighthouse, Tracy.
Yeah, by the lighthouse on Tybee. That is such a Tybee Island is my happy place. My happy place. I loved going out there.
Yeah.
We went out there every time Rank had a day off. We would go out to the island.
Yeah.
Monique, it's hot where you're at.
She's in Holland, yeah.
Oh my goodness. We're finally feeling like we're going to have some spring.
She lives where they have the windmills and the tulips.
Yep.
I bet that's pretty.
I bet it is too.
I would love to spend, Brian and I have talked about that. If we ever get the opportunity to move back south, we would definitely try to find something on the island or very close to the island because that's where we love to spend our time.
Diane, is it your birthday today?
She said a few more moments. She's almost 63. I don't think she's. Oh, yeah. The traffic over the summer out on Highway 80. Yep. There's only one way on and off that island. That's the one.
The drawback.
Yep.
Well, Susie decided to pop out again.
Yep. Yep, she said it's 2 miles. It's only like 2 miles long, and it is just really laid back, friendly. One of the friendliest places I've ever been to.
I've heard. I'd like to go there. I bet it's pretty.
It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
I'd say my happy place, particularly when I was growing up, and it is now too, is southern Louisiana, where my aunt lives in that general area, New Orleans, Thibodeau. well, she's not there anymore. She passed, but they used to have a camp house on a lake there, Lake Verret, and we would, before I got married, we would go there every summer and spend time on, with them, and the weekend, of course, on the lake. And oh, it was just so much fun. I mean, I'd say during that period of time, especially, that was my happy place.
Yeah.
And I have every time I think of it, my heart gets warm. But they just a few years ago, they ended up selling the property that they had. But, because nobody was able to really go regularly and keep it up and whatnot. So
yeah, that's the thing about having a second home. When people my brother-in-law has a cabin.
Yeah, when I say
they
camp,
don't
I mean
go,
camp.
Yeah, they don't go
back
on very many vacations because they spend their vacation time at their cabin.
Right.
So they don't get to go other places, which is sometimes okay, but sometimes not. I like to see different things, different parts of the world.
I do too. And we have traveled some. And when I was growing up, we traveled other places. But we well, I guess my happy place after we got married was New Orleans. We went there for our honeymoon, and we would go back from time to time whenever we could. But we always went with my aunts also, and of course
I like New Orleans.
Years,
I've been there.
I would bring my mom with us, and we'd go to my aunts.
I had never been.
Well, it's so different now than it was before Katrina. It was so much better, but now it's, I don't know. Katrina changed everything there. I mean, not necessarily bad. It's just different. It's
there before
different vibe.
Katrina. Yeah.
It's a different vibe now. I mean, it's not, like I say, it's not bad. It's just different. You can, but anyway, it's all right. We're probably not going to go back for a long time, if ever again, but I mean, it's just not practical right now.
I think the prettiest place I've been was when I got to go to Hawaii. That was just like a dream come true to me.
Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah. I've never been to Hawaii, but I have been to Florida when I was, I guess about 18 or 19 years old, and my family went, and oh man, that was really nice to see that beautiful water. Because our water here is murky, because of all the rivers that flow into the Gulf. But
even the water in Florida is nothing like that in Hawaii. I mean, you can't describe it. It was just so beautiful.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Pacific is different. You're right. I enjoyed California.
It depends on, like where you are on the East Coast of Florida is different than the Gulf Coast of Florida.
Right.
Yeah. Different color. The water looks a different color.
It is different.
That in Hawaii looked like that blue Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah. Real deep blue.
Oh
man.
It's so beautiful. And hibiscus flowers just grow wild on the side of the road.
That's
wow.
Chickens just walk around all over.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Darlene B.
Good morning.
Yeah, we have a lot of humidity here in Texas, in our part of Texas too. I'd say 90% plus, 98% most of the time.
Yeah.
It's the air is super thick. Yeah, no doubt.
Darlene B named her little Norgus.
Oh Lord. That was Darlene's friend.
And I think that her little Norgus gets in lots of trouble too. Because sometimes she threatens, and Darlene says, no, you can't do that to Norgus.
That was Susan's little imaginary friend.
Yep.
Yeah, Monique, I agree that high humidity makes it hard to breathe. And we have,
yes, it does.
In Michigan, it's not like some of the areas down south, it's just in the summertime, especially, it's just humid all the time. Where up here we have times when it's hot and humid, times when it's hot but not humid. So
Right.
it's just totally
The closer you are to a source of water, it affects your humidity sometimes too.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Texas is hotter than we are.
There are days. There are days it gets pretty hot. Depends on where you are in Texas too. You know, some places
And
are hotter than
Arizona,
others.
oh, I had a layover in Arizona, and I decided to get out and go walk down the road.
Uh-huh.
It was so hot I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it just sucked it right out of you.
Yeah. I thought I would not want to live there.
Yeah, even though it's a drier heat, it's still hot.
I'm the only
It's
one
really
drinking
hot.
coffee this morning.
Huh?
Good morning.
No, I got
Good.
mine. See here?
Good morning to Kelly. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kelly. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Callie. Yeah, Callie's up in Canada. And there's another lady that comes in. Her name is Ruth Bond. She comes in sometimes, and she is in Newfoundland.
Where is that?
No, it's east of Canada. It's most eastern part of Canada.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Minnesota last year. I went to the Minnesota State Fair.
Oh, cool.
The weather was nice then. When I went, we went to see my stepdaughter, my husband's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was real nice. But I wouldn't want to live there in the wintertime.
A lot of Norwegians in Minnesota. Yeah.
It was nice, but not somewhere I'd want to live.
Well, very few people retire north. They usually retire south because of the winter issue.
Oh, Susie, Jamie and her boyfriend's moving to Auburn.
Georgia?
Wow.
Auburn, Georgia?
That's good.
Auburn, Alabama.
Oh, there's an Auburn, Alabama. Okay.
They're going to get married next year, 2021.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We was talking about weather. Remember us breaking down when we were Dad was driving us from California out here?
Oh my Lord, yeah. Stayed with strangers. We could have been killed, locked up.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They could have been killed. They took a chance too. They could have been killed.
You don't do that nowadays like back then.
No.
People were good to you back then if you broke down. Now they try to take advantage of you.
Right. They can be real nice, and then when they have you where they want you.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't never forget that. Well, this is what it was.
Like, do you trust me?
My dad had been drinking, and the camper had broke down.
Oh no.
So this Mexican, he had stopped, and he said, well, he had somehow got it started up and told us to come to their house. They had a bunch of little kids. So we just spent the night in the camper back there. The next morning, that woman, she fixed us all breakfast. And I won't never forget, we had scrambled eggs and cut up hot dogs, cut up Winnie's.
Oh.
And then the next day, we got back in and went on our way to Salton Sea.
Cool deal. I think I better pop out because my husband should be here any minute, and I'm going to have to be ready to go whenever he gets here so we can go to my daughter's. But I will pop in over there like I did yesterday, and so I will see you in a little bit.
Bye.
God's blessings to everybody. If you're gone before I get back, God's blessings to you, your family, and your world.
Bye.
Love you, LizzAnn.
Love you. Good to see you. Love you, Irene. Bye-bye, sis. All my sisters.
And it would just be 3. What do you do during the day, Traci?
What do I do during the day? Oh, a little of this, a little of that, a little housework, a little YouTube, a little figure out what we're going to have for dinner.
That's me. I can go to the store and then wonder what I'm going to cook. But you can only do so much housework.
And I smoke like a chimney, which I have to go outside for because we don't smoke in our house. So I spend a lot of time sitting out on the steps smoking.
Yeah, I don't smoke.
That's something I never
Well,
did.
that's a good thing.
Me either.
Me, you, or Sandra ever did. Ronnie never did.
Aubrey did.
Uh-oh.
It's such a hard habit to get. Once you're stuck, and it's hard to get away from. I got to take my jacket off now. It's warming up in here now. It was actually warmer outside than it was in my house when I first got up this morning.
So how long do you have to smoke before you get that addicted to it?
Oh my goodness. I don't know, but I started smoking when I was 13 years old. I have quit a couple of times in my life. But I always restarted. And once you were a long time smoker and you quit, like I quit for 2 years, over 2 years. And when I smoked that first cigarette after that 2 years of being quit, that was like I never quit. Smoked right away as much as I did before.
So what made you start back?
Drinking, which is something I don't do now, but went to the bar after work,
Mine
had
is
some
my
beers
tea
with
and
some
coffee.
girlfriends and smoked.
That's just nothing. Irene knows. I used to get car sick all the time. And riding in the car, I was a Sikkes rider. And riding in the car with, I told them one time, Irene, I said, my Sundays, if we went to church, I remember hairspray and cigarette smoke. You know, Mom would do the poofed up hair.
Yeah.
And she'd spray our hair with the little bun going across.
Yeah.
And I just remember smelling cigarettes and hairspray. You remember a time that we were coming back and we broke down? I think it was in Texas or Arizona. Something happened, and Dad was trying to flag somebody down, and a truck went by, and Dad flipped them off. Dad flipped him a bird, and that's the very person that stopped and took Dad to a gas station. I think we had to stay in the motel.
Yeah.
I'm not a car rider. Not good.
Now I can ride, but I can't read while I'm riding. Now that will make me car sick.
Can't either.
If I read while I'm riding, that'll make me car sick.
Callie, Wellbutrin. Both of my kids tried that to stop smoking. It caused I don't know what it caused with Casey, but with my daughter, it caused her to have nightmares so bad she had to stop taking it.
My brother quit with Wellbutrin, but he was a cranky son of a gun. He was mean, nasty, and angry when he was on that, and he was trying to quit smoking. I mean, to the point that I had to go up there to his house one time to get him to back down on his stepson because he was just being a jerk for no reason other than he just was angry.
It made me see things weird. It made me see things moving and stuff when I was at work. So one day,
why did you take it?
And one day I went to my doctor. I said, "Look, I'm seeing things weird at work."
Why did you take it, Susie? Why, if you didn't?
Antidepressant. I'm on 3 antidepressants.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they gave you that to quit smoking too?
That's what they give people to quit smoking, yeah.
Oh, God, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's to, I guess, calm you down for the process, because I've never been a smoker, but with Casey trying to and all that, it gives you anxieties if you don't.
Good morning to Will. Good morning to you. Good morning to Will. Good morning to you.
Will, I'm going to my Dollar Tree to see if it's the same as the one you went in. So Irene, eBay reseller. That's Will.
Good morning.
He does, and Will, that's my sister, Irene. Of course, Irene and Darlene. Just saying. But he done a video when he walked a Dollar Tree showing everything. So he does videos like that. And he's a reseller on eBay. Oh, wow. Elias, I'm glad he was able to quit. Francis, after years, just quit cold turkey. And,
well, that's like eating. How do you go on a diet? That's torture. Absolute torture to me.
He says, good morning. Hello, Irene.
Good morning.
Will, we still got to get together so you could tell me how else to do the foodie. He did a thing on the foodie, Irene. The cooker, fryer, air fryer, pressure cooker, does all that. And I was so amazed that I went out and bought one. But there's some things I'm not quite sure. Dwayne,
is that like the Ninja cooker or?
Yeah, Ninja foodie.
Mm-hmm.
So
you see that, Irene?
I have the air fryer oven.
You see that, Irene?
What did it say?
When are you getting sainted?
What's that mean?
You're a saint to have to put up with me.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Sonia, that's so sweet. I would give anything. My 7-year-old grandsons are getting to where they don't want cuddles from Nana anymore, and that just makes me so sad. The boys outgrow that too fast.
I've got pictures of Toot was 14 and tall, and him and Abriana in our bed. And Abriana got so mad, and it was one time Tiffany was sleeping in Casey's room, and they had a pallet and everything. And he was on my side, and she stood there. She was 3. She said, Toot, you on my side. That is my side. And I'm telling Mommy. And she stomped through the house, and I heard her in the other room. Toot, it's on my side. So she got back in here and got on Keithan's side of the bed. So both of them was in bed. And then she went back in there, and her mama said something. And she said, I'm telling Nanny on you.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm like, that child going back and forth, back and forth.
Well, my grandson will be 11 in August, and my granddaughter will be 18 in August.
Oh, my
goodness. He'll be what?
Trapper will be 11.
Oh, my gosh.
And Taylor will be 18.
Goes too fast.
I have missed a lot of my grandbabies.
Irene got to see Abriana because they lived right next door to Irene.
Yeah, I got to keep her a lot and took videos of her walking, and she probably wouldn't even know who I was now. Well, I took Toot. Me and him went to the show, seen that Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That was the day it come a doggone tornado. You remember?
I remember that.
Yeah. I told Toot, I said, we're not going outside yet. We're just going to wait right here. And I was trying to listen to the weather, and Ricky, my husband, was calling me. He said, well, looks like it's moving. I said, all right, Toot, let's run to the car. We are fixing to head home.
Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you.
I don't type fast enough. Good morning, Chick. Good morning. Good morning. Well, the last real bad storms we had coming through here, they went all the way from Texas, all the way across. That real bad storm.
That was the one that tore up Tuscaloosa.
Yes. It was coming across with Casey and his friend April, Bougie Bear. They were in the mall eating. Eating at that place in the mall, Irene, is, oh my gosh. I have to say that's the only buffet I can eat.
Old Country Time or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, now that wasn't the storm that hit Tuscaloosa. You talking about this latest one?
Yeah, they were inside there, and I was watching the weather panels, watching the weather channel, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there were some that was spotted in Opelika, close, and I'm like, oh please, and then the lights. He said everything shut down in the mall, all the lights went out, and I was so freaked out. I was so freaked out. Okay, Destiny said hello to everyone that said ho to her.
Hello. Hello.
Love you, Destiny.
And Destiny, Irene is my sister. I guess I should put my name today as Darlene. So then everybody would know, wait, we got Darlene and Irene.
Denise, good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you.
Oh, Annette Roberts is on Facebook, our cousin.
Oh, God, I ain't seen her in forever.
So sing to Annette.
Good morning, Annette. Good morning to you. Good morning, Annette. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Annette. Good morning.
Oh my God, where does
and
she
prayers
live now?
her dad, Junior, passed away not long ago. So
Where does she live now?
Annette, I don't know. I think she lives still in Beulah. You don't have her on Facebook?
No, I ain't heard that name in a long time.
You didn't go to the family reunion?
No, I was sick, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's where, look, I was the one going up there, buddy. Okay, which side are you on? You're my cousin. Who's this? Who's this? So I'd say, I just started adding, from Facebook. But yeah, you need to touch back base with her.
Yeah, tell her to.
She is Annette Roberts Green.
Tell her to friend me on Facebook.
Annette, if you're still listening, Irene said friend her on Facebook. It's Irene Bailey. Just plain old Irene Bailey.
Mm-hmm. A picture of me and my husband.
Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, you got to sing to Mr. Chicken because I know he is in that background.
Oh, I don't know if I want to sing to Mr. Chicken. Him being all mean to us women. Good morning, Mr. Chicken. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. Chicken. Good morning to you.
That's right.
Good morning.
Sonia, I'd come help you, but I couldn't do it myself. I'm gonna be quite frank and say I'm scared to death of birds, and that goes for chickens too, unless they're dead in my freezer.
Irene, I told them this morning I had my phone, you guys, last night. I couldn't have see, but it showed. I pulled up the Kroger app, and it showed that now you can go online and order groceries and pick it up. Drive up, and they'll bring them to the car. I'm sitting there, I'm going through it, and I'm clicking on add this and add that. Why I'd fallen asleep. Every now and then I'll fall asleep, and my finger would do this, and I'd have to look, and then I started again. So it finally got, and I'm like, oh, I need to go ahead and pay for this. So I had to come in here to put the money in. So I don't know really what we're going to have today. I pick it up today. They're going to send the email, and all I have to do is pull up, and it'll be ready.
Do you get your meat like that too?
Yeah, you can do, anything.
No. See, I don't want nobody picking my meat out, and I look at the expiration date on everything.
Well, I'm going to try it.
A lot of people are doing it, though. A lot of people are doing it.
Well, I'm going to try it. For some things, milk or just some things, canned goods, Kroger's canned goods and stuff like that.
You can go on Amazon.com and order like your toilet paper, paper towels, and all kinds of stuff. They just deliver that to your house.
Well, Kroger does deliver, but not in our area. But I would surely pay $6. I would pay $6 if somebody within a few hours was going to come to my door with all my groceries. You better bet I would pay the $6 for delivery fee. I would more than be glad. Bring my cat litter, my dog food, the water, all those heavy items.
Yeah.
I mean,
because I get my coffee. Me and Ricky both get our coffee from Amazon. And I get my prebiotics and probiotics because our Walmart's bad about selling out. So I just get a recurring order of that from Amazon, and it's $1 cheaper than Walmart. And it delivers to the house once a month. Same thing with our coffee.
No, I couldn't find coffee that I can get like at Ollie's. So we go to Ollie's to get our coffee.
Yeah, I used to. Ricky
That's
uses
why there's
that. Oh my God, what's the name of that? He orders that because you can't get it at Walmart or none of the stores around here. Caribou coffee.
Wait, Will. Why do you get a lot of stuff from? Do you order a lot of stuff that gets delivered eBay?
My son does.
You said Sonia?
My son does all the time. His
son.
theory, my youngest son, Jimmy, because his theory is he works so much that he takes specific time off. He always makes sure he has the time off that he has Brantley. So he doesn't want to spend that time grocery shopping and stuff. So he orders a lot of that stuff. Oh, I should be ashamed of myself about the chicken in the freezer. I can't help it.
Irene,
that's the only.
Go ahead.
Only way I like it. I like it. Skinless, boneless chicken in the freezer.
And I like the skin, which is the worst part.
Mm-hmm. Sonia, that is such a good way to go. More people should try to be like that. Where her meat comes mostly from her own backyard, where she knows what it ate and that it was treated with respect.
Well,
Yep.
look,
Yeah.
I went on somebody's channel yesterday. What I'm trying to do, you guys, is make sure that I spend some time after I get offline and check out different channels, because I want to be able to, touch base in that personal way. And oh my gosh, I'm bad with names, but this guy, they ordered chickens. And then they have somebody they're going in halves with that they raise hogs and pigs. And then he's going in halves with people and he'll raise the chickens. So hey, it's getting to that point to where people that can do it, that's what they're doing. So with what happened, if it happens again, they'll have food. I mean, it's getting to that.
If you go out and kill a chicken and eat it that night, it tastes so much different than that chicken you buy out of the store.
I can't do it because I would want to name my chickens, and no, I couldn't do it. But as long as like deer meat, we would get deer meat from somebody. I love deer meat, but
yeah, we eat a lot of deer meat.
Casey is the eBay buyer for me. He'll say, Mom, you can get that cheaper on eBay. And I said, well, okay. So he searches stuff. He searched for this computer. He searched down for the phones, and you know, so
Mhm.
Jared used to do all kinds of stuff on eBay.
I just get him to do it.
Sandra's Jared, he done that all the time. Buy stuff off of eBay.
I'm reading the chat. Usually when I'm reading the chat, my mouth is like. I'm reading. No, look. I made sure Darlene did not cook. I told her you cannot cook the little red hen. Dwayne.
Oh yeah. See, she said there's 2 different types of chickens. I have heard that before too, because I do have family that were actually farmers. That there's laying hens and there's meat birds. Oh, you're too funny, Dwayne.
The couple that lives across the street from me, they have a chicken. One chicken. They said they're going to get another one.
Well, Keegan's going to get some. All right, I'm sharing the screen, and this is meant for Dwayne, you guys. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always send to him when he's almost getting in the corner.
She's gonna be playing some grit ball.
Well, look, ladies, I'm fixing to have to clock out. I'm tired of setting, so I'm fixing to go do a little housework.
All right,
All right.
I love
Nice
y'all.
talking to you, Irene.
Love y'all very much. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okie doke.
Bye, Susie. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, Tracy. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
Hey.
Today is musical guests, musical chairs.
I think so.
Yeah, at one point I couldn't hear, so what I did, and it's like I was hearing the way the panel, everybody in the chat here, so I had to turn up my phone where I could hear there.
Uh-huh.
So I was a little bit behind on what I was hearing, but still, that was a good way where I could still hear.
Oh, my.
But see, me and my sister Irene have a lot of personality the same.
Yes, you do.
And that,
Yes,
and
she's a sweetie. She's a sweetie.
Yep, she is.
I'm glad she decided to start popping in. That's cool.
Me too. No fun.
Yeah. Cool deal.
So, Darlene, before we get any chickens, I'll just have to ask you, Kevin, what were the chickens you were looking at?
Yeah, right, Willow?
Rhode Island. We want just egg chickens. I don't want to cook chicken. I don't want any that we're going to cook.
You want laying hens?
Yes, laying hens. So Kevin said, MawMaw said Dominickers, whatever that is, and Kevin said Rhode Island Reds, and I like the spotty chicken.
Rhode Island Reds are pretty.
Pigs, lamb. What? Oh, cow. Laying hens, Darlene. Oh, hold on.
Oh. So, Willow said they have mixed breed chickens for the eggs and busty chickens for the meat, which makes sense because a lot of people like the white meat better. Depends on what I'm cooking. If I'm going to cook something a longer period of time, I would rather cook with like boneless, skinless thighs because they retain a little bit more moisture than.
Yeah. All we like to eat is white meat. So
Oh, I've heard of those. I had to look at it. The buff. Yeah, I've seen those before. Let me see, Denise. What am I doing, you guys?
Traci, are you fading on us, hon?
Mm-hmm.
She
It's getting that
is.
time. You know me. I might pop out and get some things done before Rank calls, because then I can lay down after he calls.
Yeah, that's
I love you all.
I love you
Love
too.
you too. God's
Have
blessings,
a
honey.
good day.
God bless you, your family, your world, honey. Have a blessed
Thank
day.
you. See you tomorrow with my hat on and my mood bright.
There you go. All right.
All right, tomorrow.
God's blessings.
Bless you.
Thank you. Ooh, and then there were two. Well, we got the Mary Poppins today.
I know. But it
That's
is
all
when
good,
you're on your
though. It's all
phone,
good.
it
I like it.
is. It is to where sometimes you can hear somebody, sometimes I mean it's
Yeah.
it's
I have the
different.
same problem. I'm on my phone right now, so yep.
Okay, Kevin, mute that so I can read this to you. All right. Darlene B said, the sex links are a cross between two breeds. She has them. It's a cross between Rhode Island Reds and Dominicers. Equal cinnamon queens. They lay 3 times more eggs than their pure breed ancestors. So,
Wow.
and we do eat quite a bit of eggs here. So that would be good. And plus I love chickens. I do.
I wish I could eat eggs. That would make life a lot easier.
Yeah, I read it the way I read it right, Darlene. I did. I told them breeds. I didn't tell them breeds. Crossbreds. But Denise, anything is possible. I sent you the link. I won't be on. I'll do a hard stop at 11 because Kevin's off today. He took off today.
Oh, okay. Well, we're almost there, aren't we? What time is it?
Yeah. 10:34.
I'm sorry?
10:34.
Gotcha. How's Casey doing? Same? Different? Better? Same?
Same. Yeah. Oh man, Sonia, you're. Oh my goodness. So the rooster attacked her.
Oh, no.
Okay. So you're getting ready for your workout. Sonia, I just don't know about that. Oh goodness. Oh. At least I can take a break when my sister's with us.
Yeah. That was fun.
I'm not listening to you, Darlene, about that word, COOKIES. I don't even want to look at that. Well, I do have some Pop-Tarts in there. That'll be like a cookie when I get off here. Oh, I'm tired, you guys. I was so sleepy yesterday, but I was glad that I went around and checked on some different people because you guys, I was unsubscribed from Elias. on my end, I explained to
Yeah,
him
I
that
understand.
I explained to him, no, I'm not talking about if, he unsubscribed. No, I was
Yeah.
unsubscribed. I'm like, what?
They
So I had
unscribed you from him.
I resubscribed to him.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Darlene. Darlene.
I
I
can't see
had
what
to
you're saying.
resubscribe to him, resubscribe to Mama Ray Ray, that I love to watch her cooking shows. And there were like two other people. Oh, the McClendon Homestead. I went to check on them because we talked about them yesterday, I think, or the day before. I rechecked on them. Oh, good morning, Cinnamon. Good morning.
Good morning, Cinnamon.
She's just waking up.
Cool deal.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Kylie said now she understands why they say it's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I told y'all that I explained that I had to explain that once to my niece from Germany whenever she was here, because it was pouring down rain one day. This was back when she was about 12 or 13 years old, and she was visiting us, and it was pouring rain. I said, "Oh, it's raining cats and dogs," and she looked at me real funny. So I had to explain it to her. And so now, whenever we talk about stuff, if I tell her it's raining, she'll say cats and dogs. My goodness.
Yeah, they actually had it all bagged up for me.
But
Oh,
yeah,
that was nice.
I remember now where I was at. So there were so many channels that, and I do go to their channels, some I don't get to every day, and I haven't get notifications. So if people that do videos, I haven't been getting notifications. I'd get I'll see red notifications from people that I don't even know who they are. But I'm going to start going through all of you guys, and make sure. And it's hard to check now. They
I have a praise report.
Oh, good, good, good. Let me.
There is this really cool. Hang on, let me get this. He gets this pen. This is for my grandson. He got the President's Education Award program for outstanding academic achievement for this year. So
Yay!
So he doesn't know it yet. He's still sleeping.
Yay, Landon!
And he's got a pen. It's basically the pen that's like the. I don't know if you can see the seal on there. I was trying to get the words out. It didn't want to come.
That's why I helped.
I appreciate it. I knew the word. It was coming, but it just. Anyway, yeah, my daughter just came in with the stuff out of his locker, and and it's signed by the president.
It is by Donald J. Trump.
Wow, cool
And
deal.
also, I think the Secretary of
And the
Education.
Secretary of Education. Wow, wow, wow.
I don't even know who the Secretary of Education is right now.
Cool deal. And the principal and the school. Cool deal.
I can't wait till he wakes up and sees it.
Yeah, me too.
I have to get a frame for that.
We're gonna have to frame that. We've got a mat.
My daughter used to get so mad because I couldn't contain it, and I would tell everybody or call and tell what award she got, and she'd say, "Mom, why do you do that? Why don't you let me tell it?" So even when she was in high school, so I'd tell Keevan, I said, "Don't tell her I told you." I tell Mama, but don't tell her I'd be so excited about awards and stuff.
That is
But
so cool.
But yesterday I went and visited places and let them and watched some videos and then I dropped some more. I dropped some more subs and I'm like, whatever. Because if I went and saw that I was unsubscribed to say 5 people, then their numbers dropped. Why? If you are a regular content creator.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. Yep.
Yay, Destiny, that's a praise report. Oh my gosh. 41 weeks without her children.
Oh my goodness.
That is a
Oh.
huge good, and she never has to give them back.
Good.
That you guys just don't know. That is a huge praise report.
Yeah, everybody's familiar with him.
I'm
here.
getting that one written down.
Oh, her too, fella.
Mhm.
She may have some too, but I won't
Sometimes they
know that till
poke. Sometimes they poke their head in.
she- Yeah. She might have some too. I just won't know. until
Yeah.
she-
Yeah, we haven't gotten Sally's stuff yet from the school, so we'll find out if she's got anything too to have a praise report about. But I don't know. I don't think she knows about her brother's stuff.
No, I don't know if they do awards. at
But
that
yes.
Well, they might have classroom.
remember
There might be
going-
classroom level awards.
school. Yeah, I don't remember going to any awards things for him whenever he went there.
I don't remember either way.
I don't remember going to a single one
Yeah.
until he went to this school.
Cool deal.
I like that one. Let me see.
Okay, thank you.
The Rock. He's doing like,
Is it my turn?
you
Yes,
doing
it
the.
is. Unless you want to do it
I
Saturday.
did not realize I did that so much. I didn't realize I did that sound so much.
Because I was just like doing a grocery run until Saturday morning.
Well, that ravioli was good.
I remember what you had said about the red sauce and being kind of burned out on it. That's why I didn't choose your own
And I
sauce.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Plus, red sauce.
Yeah, Callie. Sometimes we have to pray for the other people that have done something like that. I know that I did a lot of prayer, when for my wife-in-law is what I call her, Kevin's ex-wife. I did a lot of, I had to, sometimes you have to let the hate go and focus on prayer, and it releases you from that. It really does. I am so glad, Destiny. I don't know how I would have felt. I don't know how I would have felt if somebody would have took off with my children. I couldn't imagine. That is something that I could absolutely
That's a
could not
heartbreaker.
imagine.
That is a heartbreaker. That depressing and heartbreaker. Oh,
But you think when you put it as 41 weeks, that doesn't
that's almost
sound
a
as
year.
much until you figure out how
That's
many.
almost a year.
Yeah.
A lot of things happen in that amount of time. Depending on how old your child is,
Oh, Callie, I was reading that. Well, that's good. That's good, Callie. Yeah, Monique, I would have too. I would have shut down. I think I would have shut down.
Yeah, that would send me to the dark side.
Yeah. I mean, because if my two grandchildren are in two different states and I know how that made me feel, that would have intensified so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys, one moment. People know when I'm on here. They should know. They should
What, you
check.
got a phone call?
Yeah, they should check YouTube first and then call me.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Callie, yeah, and I'm glad you shared that with me. Um, you know, before you put it here, I wouldn't have told people myself because
Yeah.
that's your story to tell.
Right.
And, you know, losing touch with mine, not seeing her for like 9 months, and she's a
Oof.
grown woman. And it's hard to say my kid is a grown woman.
Right.
It's still my kid.
Right. Get your heart
And
out there.
yeah, and it's hard to think of them every day, whether they're talking to you or not. And so, Callie,
Mhm.
it's I
It's
understand
rough.
your pain
Yeah.
from not having them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a sadness in a mom's heart if her children aren't talking to you. And you know, when you shared your story with me, sometimes sharing a story with somebody, you understand that person even more.
Yes.
And we are all drawn together because uh, we need sometimes the personal touch, and that somebody can understand why you are the way you are, because we've all been through so many things that brought us to today.
Exactly.
So many things. um oh, Sonia, she lost her first child. It's 23 to child services for 8 months. Woo!
Oh
Oh,
no.
because um but yeah,
Mm.
and I tell my daughter, get straight, find help, and you'll be able to see your kids again. you
Mm-hmm.
know um a lot of people that are in a bad place, and they choose to do what's better for the children.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're taken without you wanting. Sometimes you just have to, if you're in that place, like
Right.
Liz helps me put things in perspective. And it's still, even though you did, somebody like my daughter did what was best for the kids, is still,
It still hurts. It still
yeah,
hurts.
it is
It's still
hard
pain.
for her.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we see our babies as our babies.
Oh yeah. Definitely. It doesn't matter how old they are.
Yeah, and I was glad to see that, Callie, when he on your YouTube, that you got to see him. I was I it was a prayer answered. I pick and choose, and I start fiddling with things and look down when I start trying to. It was an answered prayer when my phone that I just got, that I had just given my daughter's ex-boyfriend. I gave him my phone number, and I said,
Uh-huh.
she contacts you, give it to her. Just tell her I love her. And when she reached out and said, Mom, I need you, I'm in a bad place, and that was a answer to prayers. And I tried, and I did it like how Liz told me. um
I don't know
I
everything.
You have to have people that will tell you sometimes, well, you shouldn't say this to them. You've got to have people that, and I tell you guys, you better tell me about myself if I do something wrong on here. You guys that, find me on Facebook and send me a message and say, oh, Miss Darlene, you shouldn't have done that. that. Hey, tell me about myself. Oh, Diana, I love you. I love you. And I went about it by not telling her, other than if you've got a place to go for women, you've got a good place that you can go lay your head and not have to worry and not have to fear anybody. But she chose not to do it. That's her choice. That's her choice. But I did not condemn. I tried to. That's what I think emotionally took me down that week, was because I had to pick and choose everything I said. Oh, okay, Diana, that would be great. That would be great.
I got sugar and it was like $3.99.
How much was the peanut butter?
Not a lot.
How much did you?
But see, that's the thing. Whenever it's called the convenience store, it's there for your convenience.
Oh.
So you know, for that convenience, you're going to pay a little bit more. You know it going in, or you
True.
should.
I've got the mic back on, by the way.
Oh my bad.
Well, just so you know, it's
Thank you. 'Cause I-
How much did you get done on it, baby? How much did you
I
get
don't
done on
think
your
not clearly.
grill?
What are you doing?
Oh, we got sunshine coming in. We got sunshine coming in, you guys. We got sunshine. That was a cloudy day. For all of you guys that came in later, I like to read. I do love the scripture. I know sometimes I don't point it out because sometimes I think it's there, but I do love it. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer, because we're all not everybody might not be disabled, but a lot of us are, and it gives a lot of you feel down about yourself when you can't do everyday activities or things. But my affliction brought me here, and it's you guys are wonderful. I would never met so many wonderful group of people had Casey not said, Mom, you need your own channel. I had another own channel, but this is my creative channel, and this is just me now. But Founder's Blessing, insights, and favorite scriptures from Don Leach, co-founder of DaySpring. But there's like so many days of how to deal with fear. And, I don't know how it just picked up at fear in May, but it did. And we're all dealing with some fear in different ways. But this one is Cure for Fear. God's love is the opposite to fear. Close the door to fear, and you will open the door to love. So we can't help but fear the unknown. We can't help but fear what's going on all over the world right now. So if we come on here and we just uplift one another and show love one to another, and just Denise loves all over the chat, up and down the chat. So for a little while in the day, we can laugh, we can praise, and we can come away from what's going on in the news and on YouTube. We can just come together. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning. Oh, okay. All right, Michelle. Good morning. Thank you for popping in. Oh no, Elias. No, I tried to I wanted you to understand that I understood where you were coming from, and you had other people in your stream that understood where you was coming from. I was surprised that it popped up that you were live, and I caught it, and there I was. It took the sub away from you, and I'm like, what? I've been subscribed to Elias, so of course I had to. As soon as I clicked the subscribe button, the bell popped up. So it's crazy. But yes, I understood. But yes, and none of us are perfect. And that's something.
Right.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Grayscale. Thank you. Yeah, Elias, and that was something. None of us are perfect. We will
That's
never
right.
be perfect. And I understand that where you were coming from. If somebody is just out there throwing hell and damnation at people, um, the grace and the love is good morning, Gianna. Good morning.
Hey, Gianna.
The grace and the love is what touched my spirit when I was older, because the hellfire and damnation scared me. And because I had such my parents, the way they were disciplinarians in a abusive way, really. I saw God as when you're younger, you do see God as your father. So if my parents could always tell me how bad I was or condemn me every day, I could not do anything right. I never felt like I would ever, when I die, I was afraid of where I was going to go, even though I was saved and I know what was in my heart. Good morning, OFW Chef. Welcome to our live stream. But it took me till I was in my 30s. It took me a long, long time to understand that God loves us and that He loves us and He wants, He's our Father, a different kind of Father. He is a loving, kind Father. So that's the part that touched my soul. That is when I learned to explain to my children, God loves you the way you are. God knows your heart.
Mm-hmm.
He knows your heart. The world might see you different, but God sees your heart and He loves you. And I still will tell my kids that now, because God sees people from within. The world judges from the outside. And it is easy, if you don't understand things, to ride down the road and you see somebody that's homeless and they have a backpack on and you kind of think, oh my goodness. No, I'm going to tell you guys, you never know when it could happen. Even no matter how you raise your children, you don't never know when a circumstance might happen and that person could be your child.
That's right.
And I never would have imagined So now when I see that, I say, Lord, bless that person with whatever is going on with them. Just
Yeah.
bless them. And you know, I said some things one time to my aunt. I will not have one of my kids, no matter how old they are, talk to me like what you're having to put up with. Well, you
Yeah.
know,
Then the teenage years came.
no, no, not the teenage, no, not even the teenage
Oh,
years.
an adult? As an
Yes,
adult? Yeah, I got you.
I'm telling you, the teenage years of my children is the reason I would never have thought anything would happen because
Mhm.
mine were great. They were
So was
wonderful.
mine.
Yeah, I was
So was mine.
lucky when Kevin was on the
Yeah, we were
road.
blessed.
We would, they would sleep with me. You know, Tiffany would sleep with me, and we'd watch. We would watch the. I'm trying to Gilmore Girls,
Oh, okay.
and we would watch movies. The kids would, teenagers, grown
Mhm.
children, both of them over 6 foot tall, climbed in there on my king size bed. You know, that wasn't the big flat screens, but it was a
Yeah.
big TV.
Mhm.
And even when Tiffany got with Joey's daddy,
Mhm.
when they were, I don't know if they was married yet, but look, we were like sticks in the bed, you
Yeah.
know, and
Everybody
laying
watching TV.
sideways and watching a movie.
Mhm.
So it wasn't until I'd say after she's headstrong, but after her weight loss surgery,
Mhm.
um, because she used to be this strong woman, walk in a room, you know,
Mhm.
even at 335, you know, yeah, she would walk in the room and she dressed and had her makeup. She held her head high. She'd wear
Mhm.
heels. She loved high heels. So you
Uh-huh.
can imagine if she's 6'1", that made her
Mhm.
even taller. She had
Right.
confidence,
Yeah.
and um, everything happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything happened, and like Liz told me, it's her story, it's her journey. I can't tell her what to do. I can't tell her you
Right.
died on the table, you come back. You've got to do this. You have a story to tell. You've got to do it.
Yeah, she's not ready for that pressure.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that anymore. You know, she'll find. Oh, thank you, Eliza. I did. I love the fire that your wife was giving out. You know, the fire. Um, I think dinosaurs were mentioned. I mean, there was. I think that. Am I wrong, LizzAnn? I think Job talked about touching the leg when he couldn't see or something. I don't
Mhm.
know, a massive.
Well, there is one of the versions, King James maybe, I don't know, says Leviathan, the Leviathan. And if you look at the description of the Leviathan, because it shows up in a couple places,
Yeah,
it is a large animal. It is huge, the way they describe it. The legs like a log tree. I mean,
yes,
it's big. I mean, so it's there. I just I can't give you the exact verse.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to
So
have to look that up so that I can
I thought it
share.
was in the book of Job. I could be
It might
wrong,
be. I thought it was in the book of Psalms, but it could be either one. It could be neither. But it's there. It's definitely there.
but yeah. So some people thought, well, they were describing an elephant, but
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's just my belief, and I'm not telling you guys to for you to for you guys to believe this, but I think as the earth um okay, Leviathan is a creature with the form of a sea serpent from Jewish belief. reference in the Hebrew Bible in the book of Job, Psalms, and the book of Isaiah, and the book of Amos. So they're mentioned different times.
Right.
So I think as even Grayscale said, God made an example of one when he was speaking chastising to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But
That might have been to Joel.
I think
I mean
as
Job. Excuse me, not Joel. Job.
as the world, as people become more plentiful, I don't think there would have been a way of us coexisting with animals
But they were
of that
vegetarians,
magnitude.
actually.
Huh?
They were herbivores.
Yeah. Elias said, okay, then I want a dinosaur pet in heaven. Because we know they exist. We know they exist.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen with our
They were
own
wiped
eyes.
out with the flood.
Yeah. Because, you know, and this is just me. See, I wondered if it was during the flood that happened, but they said it was an ice age. Some said there was an ice age.
Yeah.
But I really.
There's a series of there's a channel called Is Genesis History, and there's a movie by that name as well, and they have different clips. They have the movie, which is like almost 2 hours, and then they go into more detail in other segments that they've been posting lately. And there are several about the dinosaurs and other things that are very interesting. So the channel name is Genesis History ?
Yes.
And there's a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good
Yep.
stuff.
So, you know, there's so many, you guys, mysteries, and I think things are unlocked because it does say that things would start, we'd understand, the way I think, we would start understanding things more.
Right.
All right, let me see. It's not pulling up Job 15 through 24. I don't know why it's not pulling up, Callie. It's saying that. All right, let me see.
What were you doing at 11 o'clock today?
Spending time with my husband.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the book of Job 4:15 is not. I don't know why that's not pulling up. Try. Okay. Book of Job. Okay, Job. So.
Somebody started a fresh pot.
Very thoughtful of them, wasn't
It sure was. Have to give her a raise. Yeah. We'll get you a ladder.
I shouldn't.
I have the mic on.
Okay.
Oh, did you? Good. Finally.
The whole agency.
All right.
Finally.
This is where it starts, Liz. In 40:15. Look now, and I'm reading from the New King James Version.
Okay.
Look now at the how you say Behem. Yes, behemoth, which I made along with you. He eats grass like an ox. See now, his strength is in his hips, and his power is in his stomach muscles. He moves his tail like a cedar. The sinews of his thighs are tightly knit. His bones are like the beams of bronze.
Mm-hmm.
His ribs like bars of iron. He is the first of the ways of God. Only he who made him can bring near his sword. Surely the mountains yield food for him, and the beasts of the field play there. He lies under the lotus tree in a covert of reeds and marsh. The lotus trees cover him with their shade. The willows by the brook surround him. So yeah, I could see. Let me see.
Mhm.
Indeed, the river may rage, yet he is not disturbed. He is confident. Though the Jordan gushes into his mouth, though he takes it in his eyes, or one pierce his nose with a snare. So that does kind of sound like an alligator.
Yeah.
And they
big one.
say that the alligators, yes, and that's right, Grayscale. And they say alligators and crocodiles are the longest living reptiles. And they were back in the age of dinosaurs. So, I mean, look at, I've seen like crocodiles having to be carried by 20 or 30 men. I've seen that on the River Channel. So, I just, but the bones are there to show us. The bones, the bones are there.
It's on. Sorry. I had to have a conversation with my daughter.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can't see us cohabitating with them, Good
Mhm.
morning, Mary. Good morning. So, but I think by that, man were among them.
Mhm.
I do believe man was among them.
Well,
And
you got 7 days of creation, and they're actual days, and everything was created during 6 days. Everything was created during that time. I mean, they couldn't have been here before, but a few days before us because of the way things were. So, I mean, if you believe the
and
Bible's true and accurate, then it's true. That's what happened.
and there would have been no way for them to say be on the ark. There would have been, well, I can't
Well, there
say,
might
but
have been some small ones. They could have had at like adolescent size or smaller.
well,
Eggs even.
oh, you guys, my head's doing that MawMaw. Okay. All right. So
That ark
Gianna said,
was bigger than we realized.
yeah, Gianna says, mentions the Leviathan and depicts it as a coiled snake. So I would think that then it explains it different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it is a huge, yeah, babe.
Larger than life.
Okay, you guys, you want me to go ahead and get off now and come in there? All right, I'm going in there and spend some time with my husband. He took his birthday day
Okay.
today. And I love all you guys, and I'll be back on tomorrow, and
Okay.
I'll figure out what hat I'll wear tomorrow.
God's blessings to you, your family, and your world. Till we see each other again, much love and God bless. See y'all.